Hi everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome. So we're expecting more people to come, but welcome everyone. We'll just kickstart. So whoever misses out would get the link, or people will join and join us as the session goes by. So welcome everyone. My name is Tife, and I lead the growth and marketing team here at Zim. And with me today, I have Rafiat. So Rafiat is going to introduce herself. Hi, Rafiat.
Hi everyone, my name is Rafiat Daniju. I'm a master student in the United States. So it's good to have you all here.
Okay, hi, Rafiat. Great to have you around. So, um,
Yeah,
yes. So I'm going to be speaking briefly to everyone about Zim, what we do, what we are about, and we will take questions after Rafiat is done speaking. So after I speak, Rafiat is going to speak, and then she's going to, talk about how you can build your career in the US, from a master's degree. And then following that, we'll take questions and answer everybody's questions. I hope that's good. All right. So if you can hear me, I want to be sure everybody can hear me. So please, if you can hear me in the comment section, just say hi, say hello, so I know that you're following and you can hear me clearly. So please say hi, say hello, just so I know you can hear me clearly. And if I need to adjust to one or two things, I can do that quickly. All right. Okay, great. Thank you, Chukwuebuka. Great. Okay. So I'm going to introduce Zim and then we'll go forward. So what is Zim? What do we do? What are we about? Zim is a platform that connects individuals with schools globally. So we help people who are interested in starting their master's degree abroad. We connect them with schools that meet their budget, schools that have the programs they're interested in, and just help them pretty much walk through the entire application process to ensure that they have a seamless process and then they have the highest possible chance of securing admission and traveling to the country they choose to go. So we make sure that we create an accessible pathways for individuals. We don't want it to be something that only a particular set of people have the luxury of getting. So we make it accessible to everybody. So what do we do exactly? What is it about? What is this pathway thing about? What exactly is it? So we guide candidates through their program selection process. So once you come into Zim, what we do is that we help you from selecting the right program for you based off of your CGPA, based off of your budget, what you want to study, where you're looking at studying. We walk you through that process of selecting the right program and the right school for you. And then throughout the application process, what documents you need, this and this, we walk you through every single thing. And once you secure your admission, we also help you with your walk through your visa process as well. So everything you need to ensure that you have the highest possible rate of success, we offer it to you. So we have a visa coach who will be on ground and would speak to you about what you need to do, how you need to respond to certain things, whatever it is that you just need to put in place. He's there to walk you through that entire process. So we had a webinar with him last week. If you missed it, it's on YouTube, and we will send a link later on to everybody, an email containing all of that information. So lastly, we walk candidates through their funding. We are very well aware that not everybody can afford to drop, the lump sum money that studying abroad would cost. And so we walk you through the funding options that you have. And if you need to take a loan, if you need to take a partial loan, whatever options that school fees payments, how it's going to look like, we just walk you through all of that so you can make very informed decisions about funding your education abroad. So how is Zim different from every other platform? We work with a selected number of schools. We're not just trying to get everybody and anybody into schools. We work with a selected number of schools to ensure that you get into the best of the best at an affordable rate and something that will be really great for your career. We're very big on intentionality, like I mentioned, which is why we take our time to walk you through programs and schools that will be perfect for your project and what you're trying to achieve. So that is how we stand out. That's how we're different. Um, who do we service? We presently service or offer our services to Nigerians, to Ghanaians, and to Kenyans, and will hopefully order to other African countries. But these are the people that we offer our services to as at now. I should also mention that Zim's service is free of charge. We do not charge anything for all of the guidance that we put you through. We offer it to you free of charge, so you can take full advantage of it. There is no reason why you shouldn't take advantage of it. Um, it's not a blocker working with us. We are literally here to help you and ensure that the dream that you have of traveling abroad and of studying abroad, we're here to make it happen. So take advantage of our service and what we're offering. So where are our partner schools located? Presently, we have partner schools in the US, we have partner schools in Canada, and we have partner schools in the UK. So these are the three countries where we have partner schools as of now. Hopefully, we get to expand to more places, but right now, these are the places we have partner schools. So what's our process like? What does it look like from start to finish? What happens is once you sign up on on our platform, you register with us. And I'm putting the link to register with us on the screen right now. Somebody else also on the team is going to be putting it in the comments. Once you register with us, you would have your initial consultation. So during that consultation, the your consultant is just going to try to learn more about you, more about what you want, what you are trying to achieve, your goals, what you're trying to study, your budget, and all of that, and walk you through, just understand all of that. Then, the moment you reach an agreement, they walk you through the options you have, they offer you recommendations. The moment you reach the agreement of, okay, this is what I want to do, taking based on your recommendation, I'm going with this school, this course, and this is what I think my payment would look like. We then help you, like I say, we choose the school, we choose the program for you. We help you choose the school and the program. Then we go on to documentation. What do you need? What are the requirements? What documents do you need? Do you need to do a cost to cost evaluation? Do you not need to do a cost to cost evaluation? If you need to get your transcript, if you don't have it, if you need a statement of purpose, do you need templates for that? For us to provide you with templates, provide you templates for your CV, all of your documentation. We walk you through every single thing that you need, and as best as we can provide you and equip you with things and resources, we do that so that we ensure that that process is easier for you. After that, we walk into financial planning. So if you're going to apply for like the student loan, presently partner with Empower. So if you're going to take an Empower loan, we pretty much give you an idea of what that's going to look like, what you need to have in place, because the moment you secure your admission, you would need to like start that process. So we walk you through what that is going to look like. We walk you through what payment of your school fees of the selected school you have chosen is going to look like. And honestly, it is not as complicated as a lot of people make it seem. It is actually quite easy. You can pay your school fees after you resume. So we just walk you through a lot of all these things and debunk all the financial jargon that you have been hearing since. So once that is settled, we start the application process. And then you get to apply to these schools. We follow up with the schools. So this is why working with Zoom is fantastic, because we have a one-on-one relationship with these schools. So there are information that we have access to that you might not have access to, and we're able to get to know what exactly is happening with that application process. If there's something you need to work on fast, we're able to communicate that with you, so you work on it fast, and then you can get to secure your spots with the school. So we start communicating with them the moment you apply to the schools, to let them know, hey, this person is from us. We check up on the updates, what's happening, if they haven't secured the admission, if just to know the exact updates, and we follow up pretty much through the application process right up until you secure your admission, hopefully. And this is why we do what we do, to ensure that you have the highest possible chance of securing your admission. So once you secure your admission, we hand you over to the visa coach. The visa coach then walks you through every single thing you need to know. If you are going to take dependents, he's going to walk you through what you need to do and how best he thinks you should go about your situation, because each person's situation is very different. So he will walk you through what he thinks is best for you to do per your situation. So documents you need to have in place for yourself or for your dependents, if your school allows for dependents, just all of the options that even post school, he might give you an idea of some of the things you need to do to get yourself together post school and what your visa is going to allow you to do. Yeah, so what it allows you to do, if you have a 20 work hour if you have 40 work hour, all of it is going to explain it to you, and it's going to explain to you how best, to approach your visa interview. How do you answer certain questions? What do you prepare? What do you bring so that you are not there and you're caught unaware by anything at all? So he's going to do all of that coaching and preparation. And then the moment you secure your visa, you travel, we then speak to the schools, and then you are integrated properly into the program. So we try our best to work with schools where we know at Africans you will have a great community, you have great support, and then there are people who are there to welcome you and integrate you into the system seamlessly. So that is pretty much um, what we do here at Zim. So now that you've heard it, if you're like, what are the next steps to fair? This thing you have said is fantastic. I cannot wait to hop on it. I can't wait to jump on it. What do I need to do next? You need to register with us. So the link is on the screen, bit.ly/WEB sign up. Somebody is going to be dropping the link in the comment section as well. So the moment you sign up, between 24 to 48 hours, someone on the team is going to call you, and then you will have your initial consultation on that call. So they'll get to know everything. And while you sign up, immediately you sign up, you get an ebook in your email that contains details about the schools that we partner with, student life, just opportunities that are available to you, courses. So you can go through it before you have your initial consultation. So this is the link that is on the screen right now, and somebody is also going to be dropping it in the comment section, so you can take screenshots and you can type it into your browser and just sign up. So yeah, so after your consultation, once you're ready to start your application, you start your application and then we move. I should also tell you that there are opportunities for you to even travel in January, like January 2025, if you're serious, if you're ready. That is in place, so you can take full advantage of it. Please register, speak to a consultant, let them walk you through what is possible and how soon you can get to travel. So if you have questions, like I said earlier on, no problem. You can just keep dropping your questions in the comment section. Be dropping them in the comment section. We might not address them now, but as soon as our guest speaker Rafiat is done speaking about, building your career in the US, we will now go and address every single question. So don't wait until the end. Don't forget your questions. Drop your questions in the comment section, and then we will get to it after Rafiat is done speaking. So thank you very much, guys. I'm going to be bringing Rafiat on board now. Hi, Rafiat.
Hi, Tife.
Hi, great to
Eh,
have you. So you have the floor.
Same
You
here.
can introduce yourself and
Uh,
take it up from here.
yeah, good evening, everyone. My name is Rafia Danijo, and I'm going to be speaking about how to build your career in the United States with a master's degree. So, before I start on this call, yes, you can go to the next slide, please. I'll be talking about understanding your visa status, the work options available to you, job search strategy, and job search resources. So before I start, I would like to do a brief introduction about myself. Can you go to the next slide, please? So I graduated with a second class lower in applied geology, and I work upon graduation and finishing my NYC as a teacher for about 3 years. Then after that, I took a break to nurse my child. So I tried switching career in 2019. You know, I decided to use a self-taught approach, but it wasn't working. I faced a lot of blockers along the way, and at the point I almost gave up. So in 2020, I decided to join Decagon. I'm not sure if most of you on this call understand what Decagon is. Decagon is a software training institute in Lagos. They take you through your tech career and pretty much everything you need to know about tech from zero to hero, like I used to say. Then, upon completion of my training at Decagon, I started working as a front end developer at Vete Software Corporation in 2021. In 2023, I decided to go for my master's, which I resumed on campus last year. And after that, upon my arrival on campus, I got my first job, which is a graduate assistant job in a research institute, one of the best research institutes on campus, very difficult to get into as a front-end developer. So I work on their blog tracker and the VTracker applications. But I left this year because it was quite challenging, and I wasn't trying to get internship role. So I know combining both would be very difficult. So I left that particular job and proceed on my internship at one of the best marketing firm in the US. So I'm currently an intern, and also I resume my second graduate assistantship job, just like I'm switching job on campus. So now I work in the School of Business, which is more relaxed and not quite challenging as that working in the lab. So why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this just to inspire and motivate other people on this call that it is doable, regardless of what you came out of the university with, and then your course of study. You can actually pursue a master's in tech related role. It doesn't have to be, it is not for those that are finished with a first class or finished with a second class higher. It's just for motivation purpose. And I'm not doing this to simplify the process, I'm just doing to inspire you. So let's go to the next slide, please. So, understanding your visa status. What is F1? F1 is a non-immigration student visa that allows foreign nationals just like you and me on this call to pursue academic studies or language training programs in the United States. Simply put, is a student visa. And since it's a student visa and a non-immigration visa, it comes with a lot of restriction. And the key restriction we have here is the work limitation. As an F1 holder, you are limited in the kind of work you can do. So for your first semester, you can only work on campus and you can only work for 20 hours a week. Then after your first semester and you finished your, let's say not your first semester only, your first, second semester, that means you've completed a full session, you can work off campus, but you require special authorization to do so. Then if you're coming in with a dependent, your dependent are not allowed to work under any circumstance. The second restriction is that you must be registered full-time on campus. So you have to, in my school, you have to be at least enrolled in at least 9 unique credit hours of course. If you don't do this, then you'll be out of status. And that means you have problem with immigration. The next thing is that since it's a non-immigration visa type, it does not give you a permanent residency. So if you want to, you cannot transcend from being an F1 to being a PR holder. You have to change your visa type. So having said this, there are work options that are available to F1 visa holder. Can we go to the next slide, please? So, like I said earlier, the first option you have is working on campus. That's the job that is available to you, at least for the first semester when you get to school. So, and you can only work for 20 hours during school session. So there are two types of on-campus employment. We call them the graduate assistantship and the extra help. The graduate assistantship is the, how will I put it, the best offer you can get as a student on campus because one, it covers your tuition up to 9 unit course. So if I'm doing a 9 unit course this semester, it covers my tuition. Though I'm still going to pay some other fees like internet, school development and the likes, but at least it covers 9 units of course for me. This policy is not how will I put it? It differs from school to school. So I'm using my school, but graduate assistantship across the board cover part of your tuition. So in my school, they pay up to 9 units of your course hour. Then also they give you monthly stipend. So you are working on campus at the same time you are being paid. So when the burden of your tuition is lifted off your shoulder, you know that you'll be very, very free and happy. So as a graduate assistant on campus, you can work as a research assistant. My first role was a research assistant in a research lab. You can work as a teaching assistant where you help lecturers in grading and other academic stuff. You can also work in other departments that are not related to academics. So you can work in experience center and the likes. The second option after graduate assistant that you can do on campus is the extra help. So the extra help is simply what the name entails. You provide helps to other departments, other research lab, other faculty within the school. So you can work within the library as an extra help. You can work in the canteen, maybe helping with some serving of food. But the downside with extra help is that it does not cover your tuition at all. They pay the minimum wage, so it's something that will get you like your daily meal and also help with your daily expenses like your accommodation and the like, but it does not cover tuition. So, and before I forget, for graduate assistantship, to maintain your graduate assistantship, you must have a particular CGPA. That means you must be doing well, at least have B in all your courses. So in my school, you have to be on 3.0. If you're not on 3.0, if you move a little bit down, then they take you off the graduate assistantship. You will not be eligible for a graduate assistantship on campus. And in my school, it's 9 months contract, which is renewable every 9 months. So another option that is available is what we call curricular practical training, simply put CPT. CPT is a work authorization for you to go on internship. So if you're coming to the US to study, you need to be mindful of the course you're coming in to study because some courses does not allow for you to go on CPT. And if they don't, that means you will not be able to go on internship, while some courses allow you to go on internship. So internships, you can go on internship for up to 11 months. If you go more than 11 months and you exceed up to 12 months, then you will not be eligible for OPT. Now, CPT is just a document that authorizes you to work as an intern in any company in the United States. I'm currently doing my internship, which is going to extend from now till May when I graduate. And before I forget, CPT is only applicable for any student that you must have completed at least one academic section, that is one fall and one spring. And also you must be enrolled in school before you can go on CPT. And during summer semester, it's in the US they consider summer a break period. So most schools don't have activities during summer. So we go on internship during summer. And when you go on internship during summer, you are eligible to work for 40 hours per week. Unlike the previous one, I said you can only work for 20 hours. For CPT, during summer, you can work for 40 hours. But when it's now normal school section, which is the fall, the spring, you can only do 20 hours per week, which is what I'm currently doing now since the school has resumed and I'm still on internship. So I'm working part time with them now, which is 20 hours. Then the last on this work option is the optional practical training OPT. OPT is the work authorization you are given to work in any organization in the US. So we have two type of OPT. We have the complete pre-completion OPT, which you can do up to 12 months. So, and if it's during school season, you can only do 20 hours per week. And the popular one is the post-completion OPT, which heavy students intend to like leverage on to work in the US. So after your completion of your program, you can start your OPT, and you have 12 months of OPT. So what does OPT does? OPT actually gives you the authorization to work after you finish your schooling. So for the post-completion OPT, okay, not even the post-completion OPT now, for OPT in general, it also depended on the kind of course you study. Generally, every student will be given 1 year of OPT. But if you go for a STEM course, that means you understand what STEM course is, you'll be eligible for extra 2 years of OPT. So that means extra 2 years of staying in the United States working. So in total, if you do a STEM course, you have 3 years of OPT. So which I would always advise anybody on this call that you should try and go for course that in related to STEM, in STEM field rather, so that you can get an additional 2 years to stay in the United States and navigate the job market. So now I'm going to move to the next slide, which talks about the job search strategy. So there's strategy to these things. Now, for the on-campus job, which is the graduate assistantship and the extra help, one thing that really helped is one-on-one. So one-on-one, what I mean here is that you approach those professors, the departments, your director, you approach them one-on-one and state your case. Oh, I'm looking for internship. Sorry, I'm looking for graduate assistantship. Oh, this is what I can do. This is what I've been doing. You sell yourself to them. So you go you first thing before you do this, you must have research on the kind of internship role that is on campus. So you meet with them one on one and you sell yourself to them. So if they are in need, they call you and they'll tell you what the next line of action is going to be. Then the second thing is the code emailing. The code emailing is simply put going to their email address and selling yourself to them since you are not opportune to see them one on one. For my first time job on campus, this was the method I used because I wasn't on campus as at that time that I was looking for my graduate assistantship. I started looking for it immediately I got admission into the school that I am currently in. So code emailing is simply put you email the professor, you must have research about them and email them telling them what how best you can fit into whatever they are doing. So most of these professors are funding, some of them are into research. You can sell yourself to them and tell them, oh, I can help with this research you're doing, or this research you're doing really fascinates me. I'm really interested in it. I have done this, I've done that, and I think I can actually help you with this and this. And just basically selling yourself. And that's what I did in my first graduate assistantship role on campus at the lab. And when I emailed the professor, I did a cover letter, went straight to the point, did cover letter, and then sent it to him. Then before he now directed me to the university career site. So every university in the United States have the career site. Here we use Workday, so it's internal. They post job openings for graduate assistant, for extra air, for full time roles on those sites. So you go to those sites and you apply. Now, why I put this university career site as the last is because going to those sites to apply, you're just going to add to the statistics of those that have applied because they will receive tons of applications, but they would it's just natural. You would tend to like consider people that you've had like a connection with. So if you have made them one on one, they will like, oh, they'll pen down this name that, oh, this person has actually met me. And I think I like what this person is offering. If you have done the code emailing, the same thing. So they will like put down the list of those people that they've had contact with in one way or the other before they will select those ones for interview. You should understand that when you go to site at LinkedIn, you will see like 150 apply for this role, 1,000 apply for this role. Do you think they will have time to go through every single person that applied for the role? But when they have some kind of connection with the person, they can easily pinpoint that, oh, let me bring this person out for to be interviewed. Then another thing, after the on-campus job, the next kind of job that you can do. Before I forget, the on-campus job is the first job you can do when you get to the United States as a student. So for your first 2 semesters, you'll be doing the on-campus job. Then for internship and full-time option. Internship, you must have completed, the prerequisite is that you must have completed at least one academic session, that is one fall and one spring semester. And also, you must be in a course that is eligible to go on internship for you to actually apply for internship. So for internship, the strategy that really I think will really work is and networking. Even for the on-campus job, too, networking really matters. Like Lai once said, your network your network is your net worth. So when you network, and you meet people that have the same, like, something. When you're aspiring for something, you try and build your network around that thing that you're aspiring for. So, like I said, when I got on campus, the set of students that I mingle with, that I met, were kind of inspiring to me. They are, I know somebody that finished his PhD degree in 3 years, and in that 3 years, he got a full time, still within that 3 years, he got a full time job, and he also got his PR within 3 years. So when you have that kind of people in your network, they kind of inspire you and open up or opportunities that you don't know really exist. They kind of tell you all those things. So there are so many things I didn't know, and they were the kind of people that were telling me, no, you can actually do this. Because I remember then when I was looking for internship, I started I started late. But when I spoke with someone, it was like, oh, immediately you got on campus, you start looking for internship for the following year. That most of those rules, they quickly fill out. But if you have started earlier, you would have gotten a better option. And I remember then when I didn't get as at May, because summer starts in May, I was almost giving up. And because of the people I have in my network, I'm like, so don't worry, this person got his own in June, this person got his own in July. Just keep applying. You might even get the one that will extend till you graduate and all that. And I didn't give up. And luckily in June, I got an offer. I was interviewed in June actually, and I got the offer in July when my some of my colleagues have started their own internship as at May. So you see why networking is important. One another thing why networking is important is that if you see those people that you say, I work in Amazon, I work in Microsoft, I work in Google, I work in Meta, there's what we call referral. So if I'm working in Metal and you're looking to get a job in Metal, when you see a particular what's it called, a job opening that interests you, you can actually send to me and ask if I have referral for that job. Don't apply yet, ask. So if I have referral for that job, I would go to the company side. Of course, they have a way of doing it within the each organization. Then I will refer you for that job and send you the link. It is that link that you will now use to apply for the job. So what does that mean? It puts you on the top of the list of people that they are going to consider. It puts you on the top of the list of people that are going to even look at their CV to be considered for an interview. So another way of networking is LinkedIn. You can use your LinkedIn and keep connecting to people from different from the organization you want. And after you connect with them, if you see a particular role that interests you, you can actually message that your contact. You might not have a one-on-one relationship with the person, but you can message them like what I said in the code emailing, and be very direct. Don't go and say hi and just stop there. Most people will not respond to that. Even me personally, I'm too busy to be responding to every highs that I get. But when you say hi and you go straight to the point, when there are chance they look at it, and if they are magnanimous enough, they can give you a referral. But you just keep trying your luck. It is not a win-win situation sometimes. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. Another strategy is joining professional organization. The common one here is NSBE, which is National Society of Black Engineers. So when you join this organization, there's what we call diversity in workplace. So a company might be thinking of, okay, the ratio of black in this company is low, and we want to increase the black engineers we have in our organization. They will approach organization like NSBE. And if you are a member, you must have uploaded your CV. They will send you an invite to apply for those roles. So they post job openings in NSBE. And if you notice, some here in the US, if you're applying for jobs, they can put, how did you hear about us, or who referred you for this job? So they list some of those organizations in the drop down. So NSB is one organization you can join. There's what we call Afrotech, and NSB also organizes conferences, seminar. There's one coming up. I think Afrotech is coming up in August. No, sorry, in is it I know Afrotech is coming up this year, and the NSB conference in Atlanta will come up. Is it Atlanta? I'm not too sure of the location. Will come up sometimes in March during the spring break. So these are nice places for you to network and meet recruiters. So when you post your CV onto this group, when there's a job opening and all that, you'll be messaged and you'll be contacted. Even some recruiters might reach out directly to you in those places. Another thing is strategy for me is applying to as many roles as possible. The company that I'm currently working in as an intern, I applied to about 5 different roles in that organization because I really wanted it because it's a drivable distance from my home and I have a child here. So moving out of state for internship wasn't it for me because I had to resettle all over again. So I wanted something that at least I can commute to every day. So I applied to different roles within the organization. Don't look at the title. And don't look at, oh, this title, oh, I didn't meet up all the requirements I didn't meet up all the requirements. Just apply. What's the worst thing that can happen? You'll be called for interview, and if you don't make it, the answer will be no or yes. So, but if you don't apply, it's automatically no. So it's not a 50-50 situationship anymore. So apply to as many roles. Yeah, some roles have funny names. Like what I'm doing now, I'm doing a solution. I've been a front end developer for at least from the beginning of my tech career. And now I'm doing a solution developer, which as at the time that I apply, I don't really know much about it. But yeah, it's internship, they will train you. Since you have the capacity, they have the foundational knowledge already, it's easy for you to like grow in those roles. So apply to different roles, then tailor your CV for different roles. Don't use the same CV you use for front end, for what you will use for an analyst, for what you will use for a project manager. Tailor your CV for different roles. The fact that you have a tech background goes a long way. There are so many roles you can actually apply to. Currently, I'm doing a master's in business information system and analytics, which is a blend of business and data analytics. So I can work as a business analyst, I can work as a data analyst. My front end role is there. I can even work as a project manager because of my experience and exposure. So those are the ways of going on looking for internship. And the best time to start looking for internship and full-time role is immediately. Immediately. For internship, immediately you get to campus, start applying for the following year. Immediately. Don't wait. See, the mistake I made was I was waiting for me to have at least my first semester result. So immediately start applying. Then for the full-time role, immediately you finish your first section, that is your first year of master's, start applying for full-time role. Currently, I'm also trying to start my application process for full-time role. Now, I know some of my colleagues that already got full-time role. Yeah, they are in their second year, they are still in school. The school is aware that they are in school. I mean, sorry, the organization is aware they are still in school and they already offered a full-time role. Some they are just waiting for them to graduate to resume. So the earlier the better. That's it for that. And then we'll move to the last slide. Yes. Are you there? Okay. So for job search resources, every university have what we call the University Career Services. So in my school, most schools in the US, we have what we call Handshake. Handshake every school has their own unique handshake where they post job. You can search for internship there. You can start for early careers. You can search for full-time job. So my school has handshake for that. Then we also have, because of the, I'm in business school, we have a specialized one for business school as well, which we call grads. So the post job, organization post job there, then you can actually apply to job on those sites. And some recruiter might be interested in students from a particular school, so they post on that handshake. So when you get there, you can apply to jobs. Some recruiter can even message you directly from the site. Then online job portals, online job portals like LinkedIn, WayUp. Yeah, I think when I moved to the United States, I think WayUp really caught it for me. It has really been helpful. So we have WayUp, we have LinkedIn, and some other site. But those two are the ones that I really trusted. There's one particular there's another one, but I don't want to mention it because of some fraudulent activities that usually go on that site. I didn't know it was an issue until we got here, and you receive interview message for interview, and you find out that, oh, it's fraudulent and all that. So I'll just stick to the ones that I know, which is WayUp and LinkedIn. Then networking sites, like I mentioned, like your NSB, your Afrotech, there are other ones too like that. So you can actually um, like take leverage of those sites to get the job done. So I think that is all. For me, the take one thing I want you to take from this is that, regardless of everything I've said, you should trust in yourself, believe in yourself, and keep praying, believe in God, and keep upskilling, because coming to the US without skill, mm, it's not gonna be easy. What really worked for me is because I have the tech background that I had already, and I've been working. I have the exposure, and coming in here was like kind of make it very easy for me to get all those things that I said I got. So I'll just encourage you to keep trying and keep putting your best foot forward. Thank you. So, any question?
Thank you so much, Rafiat. So we'll be taking questions now. I'm just going to start putting them on the screen so you can adjust them one after the other. So Michael is asking when the right time to start applying for fall 2025 is. Right now is the right time, Michael. Right now is the right time. A lot of admissions are going to open in September. So please, if you're not registered with Zim, please register with Zim. We have schools that are opening up applications for fall 2025 this September. And they even have applications open for January 2025 as well. So please, like we were begging you, register. Let's hook you up with the right school. Let's connect you with what you need. Um, okay, I think Zainab asked the same question. Zainab would have addressed this. So Taufik is asking a specific question I think you might be able to help with.
Okay.
She's presently having Sashi, I'm very sorry, is presently having issues with their visa payments and wants to know what way they can go about the payment. So I think in Nigeria, GT Bank has stopped payments and they are unsure of how to.
Oh.
Do
Ah,
you have any insights that can help?
no, I don't. When I paid for mine, I used GT Bank. So I think if you go to their site, they would direct you on how to make payment from Nigeria. I
Okay,
think the
so
only issue you will have is after visa application is paying for the what's it called, service fee, which you don't have the option of paying from Nigeria. I think that's the only issue that I know of during my time. So I had to look for someone in the US to make the payment for me and pay them back.
all right, thank you very much. Joshua is asking, what's the average salary for graduate assistantship? This
There is
person said
no,
they
there
are
is
not.
no, yeah,
Yeah.
there's no specific amount. So it depends on school. It depends on the funding they get. It depends on the rating of the school. Like my school is a very small school. It also depends on the living expenses, the average what do they call this, standard of living in that particular um, state.
Okay,
I
yes.
school in Arkansas, and Arkansas is pretty cheap to live in. It's inexpensive. And the first job I think I got as a research assistant, we were being paid about one 600 per month. My they've not it's with tax. That's the standard, and that's the highest they pay on that campus. That particular research lab happens to be the organization that pays the highest. Other can pay as low as 800. They can pay as low as 700. So it depends. And there's another school very close by UMS. They pay them as high as 3.5, 4,000. So it depends on school. So there's no fixed price for that.
All right. Thank you. Um, so Taufik is asking, I would like to hear more about the requirements. This person also has the second class lower and no IELTS,
Yeah.
and they have probably have a dependent and want financial assistance. So they would like to know hear more about the
Okay.
requirements.
Yeah, I have a dependent. I came with my son, so I think this question resonates more to me. I also graduated with a second class lower. It depends on the course you're doing. One, and in my school, the course I'm doing, there's a waiver for IELTS, and because I have experience, my experience kind of speaks for me. So when I was applying for a waiver, I'm applying because, oh, one, I'm from an English speaking country, I've work experience in this technical role and all that. Those are the things I put in my application to apply for waiver. And I was given. So I don't know if that answers your question.
Um, Taufik, I also mentioned that we have a school UNCW that doesn't require IELTS or GRE or GMAT, any English test. Really, also Indiana Institute of Technology that we partner with, they don't require any test of English. So please register with us, reach out to us, so we can actually
Yeah.
help schools that don't require test of English. And these schools are also open to having your dependents travel with you. And for financial assistance, like we mentioned, there is the Empower loan that you can take out that we can help you through that. So this brings comes to the next question that the person is asking: how does the loan process work? So I'm going to address this question. What happens is that once you secure your admission, and you have an idea how much it will cost you if you're taking a full loan for your entire 2 year course, because the loan is only going to be approved for 2 year courses, which is why we go for master's degree courses. So yeah, for 2 years, you have an idea how much it will cost in terms of cost of living and fee payments for this 2 year period. You then apply, like you tell Empower. So you can have part of your money. You don't necessarily need to take all of the money. And the honest truth is that even with any loan that you want to take, whether home or abroad, um, they're saying that you have part of your money will always help in them releasing the money to you. So you have to show proof of a certain percentage of money that you have, like proof of fund, that I have this certain percentage of my fund, and then the rest will be given to you. So it would not be sent to you directly, it will be sent to your school, whatever school that you have secured admission in, which is why you have to secure admission in the school first. So the school that also partners with Empower approved, um you can secure admission there, and then Empower sends the money to them, and the money will then be disbursed to you for your living expenses and fee payment. So that is how that process works. So there are some requirements, like I mentioned, proof of fund for certain things, admission letter, things like that. So please register with us so a consultant will actually walk you through every single requirement better, and then walk you through everything you need to know. Interest rates, what interest rate is really, really low. I should mention it's about 13%, and it is fixed. It does not increase. It's fixed for 10 years. So you get to pay that loan for 10 years after you graduate. It's not even before you graduate. Like after you graduate, 10 years after you graduate is how long you have to pay this. So it's a very flexible plan. So yeah, register with us so that a consultant will really, really walk you through um all of that. So next person is asking what is Decagon. I would allow Rafiat answer so that Rafiat can give you her experience of Decagon. I would say we partner with Decagon at Zim to also help alumni of Decagon travel start their master's degree course. I want Rafiat to, this
Okay.
is money out.
Yeah. Okay. Decagon is a software training institute in Lagos. So they basically train you to become tech savvy. So they have different stack they do. I came in as a Python developer. And one thing is that as at when I joined, you don't have to have any experience with zero experience in tech. They will take you on board and they will train you. So it's just like taking you from zero to hero. So at the end of my training with them, I was able to secure a full-time job with Vertex. So that's Decagon for short. So she can actually Tife can actually post the link to Decagon training for you. I think they are currently doing a training for data analytics, which is for 10 weeks. So she'll be in best position
Yes. So
to tell you more of their programs now.
yes, if you're interested in Decagon, which is our partner, we partner with them to some extent on certain things like I mentioned. Please send us an email at info@zim.co. Somebody's going to put it in the comment section, and you'll get more information about things happening in Decagon that will relate to you. So yeah. Um, yeah, this person is asking, please, how will your spouse with F2 visa navigate throughout your study and OPT year? As in, will he or she be lagging around, or is there any way around it?
Mm, I don't know the way around it. Well, the truth is, as an F2, you don't have the leverage of working in the United States. So whatever you're going to be doing, I think it will be off the record. I don't know what they can do. So some of my colleagues that have F2 here, what they usually do is that some of them are actually working from home. They still work in their own country, but they are here with their spouse. So they do remote job from home. That is allowed as long as you're not working in the United States. And you can even go for training while you are here. You can also I know of couple of people that their spouse has actually changed their own visa to be F1. They went back to school while their husband or wife was still in school, especially for those that are doing PhD. PhD takes a long time for someone to just sit idle. So some of them also go back to school and try to do one or two things. But as for work, you can't work.
Okay. So I think something else I'm going to just chip in here to say is most of the time you don't know the options that are available to you until you're there. And once you get there, there's like a community of people that have walked through the shoes you are in and would be able to guide you through the best way your dependents can go about, you know, navigating life there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's something to consider. All right, I'm going to put up this question. I think Rafiat can address this.
Yes, said you have two dependents. It's advisable to apply for visa together. Yeah, it's advisable because I applied together with my son and we move in together. Policy can change tomorrow. Who knows? You might be stuck here and there trying to bring them in might be very difficult and all that. So it's better you go together. I know it's very difficult coming in, settling with them is very, very difficult, but I think it's the best option.
Zainab, if you're approved to get your Empower loan, what will happen is Empower will provide you with what you would show as your proof of fund, like the document you will show at your visa for your visa application for your proof of fund. So that would be
No, let me chip in something.
okay.
Let me chip in something. If when Empower provides you with those things, you send to your school, not for the visa now. You send to your school. Your school will issue you an I-20. It is the
Yeah.
I-20 you will use for your visa application. So it's not that you use your proof of fund for visa application. You use your proof of fund, you send it to your school. Your school will issue an I-20, and it is that I-20 you will use for your visa application.
All right. Thank you very much, Rafiat. Michael, I'm not sure, but I think you're asking about registering with us. So like I mentioned, the link it has been put in the comment section. So and once you register with us, the consultant will talk you through everything you need to ensure that you are able to get your things in order to have the best possible chance of securing your admission. All right, I think that's most of the questions that I have seen that we have here. I'm trying to check for more, but I think that's all we can even take for now. We have to round up. But if you have more questions, like I said, register with us. We have people who this is their job to answer all these your questions. They know the in and out of everything. So yeah, they would be able to address your questions better and be able to tell you the best next steps to take. Thank you so much, Rafiat, for taking our time to speak with us. We are so
Yeah.
grateful. Yeah, so if you have questions also, you can send to our email info@zim.co. If you need the recording of this, don't worry, it will be sent to you after this webinar, and then you will receive another email with other recordings that we know you'll be interested in, the visa webinar and some other things. So thank you very much for joining, guys. We really appreciate. Have a fantastic day, everyone. Thank you so much, Rafiat.
All right. Thank you for having me, and I wish you all the best of luck. Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Bye.